Okay, let's see if hang on, we're going live on all three. Hopefully Instagram's working today. I know Instagram gets a little bit blurry, I apologize. So hang in there, Instagram. Hello, 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 and happy Friday. So if you're watching tonight, let me know where you're watching from. Let me know, put in the comments where you're from. Are you from, the United States? Are you from Florida? Are you from Tennessee? Are you from North Carolina? Are you from Wisconsin? Okay. Are you coming in from Australia, Germany? Where are you coming in from? Oh, Instagram, come on, baby. You can do it, you can do it, you can do it. Okay. All right, so what I wanted to do was to talk to you today about a turkey salad that I've created. I've done this with tuna and chicken, so I've shown this before, but I'm going to show this again. You only need a few ingredients. So, let me grab one of them out of the cupboard. Go lay down, boy. Yeah, I know you've got digestive issues. Go lay down. And don't pass gas. Go lay down. Go on. Go lay down. So, in the past, okay, so first and foremost, who am I? Let me give an introduction. So first and foremost, my name is Lauren Ebeck. I am in North Carolina. I was in Wisconsin. And so in the past few years, if you've heard my story, back in 2017, I was an avid runner. I was running 9 to 13 miles a day, an avid runner, okay? And then I had a horrendous car accident. I had a person who T-boned my car, sent my car head first into a tree, and unfortunately I was not able to run anymore. And so that ended my running career, and then I started a new job and I started teaching. Do I have any teachers out there? So when you're teaching, you know how teaching goes. You get up early in the morning, you go till late at night. Your students, message you, you message them back. You're grading papers, you're preparing lectures. And even though it was college teaching, and I would always teach a full load and then some. So I'd always have an overload, or I'd always have, because I teach anatomy and physiology and some of the microbiology, pathophysiology, some of the harder science courses, right? And so those people are in high demand, right? So we always taught, and my team was fantastic. My science team taught spring, summer, fall. We taught in the winter. So we taught year round. A couple of us would really teach year round and support those students who needed us to do, whether it was online, hybrid, or in the classroom, okay? So we did that, but you know what, that's work, and that's a grinding job, which is beautiful, okay? I love teaching. I love seeing the light bulbs come on. So then during that time, and in the meantime, I had already lost an identical twin sister, and so that was hard enough. And actually, back in 2012, I actually wanted to share a little bit of this story real quick today. Back in 2012, I spent my savings and my part of my retirement and my savings to put together a women's coaching group where I was coaching women to believe in themselves, because my twin sister had no self-esteem. My older sisters had no self-esteem. A lot of women in our family, even my brother, did not have enough self-esteem, especially growing up, okay? And so that's what got me into wanting to help women and wanting to help them believe in themselves, because all of the women, including all the women in my family, got pregnant early, either before 18 or at the age of 18, okay? And maybe one of them didn't, but most of them did, all right? So I was the oddball out, because I was interested in running. I was interested in basketball. I was an athlete. So I was the oddball out growing up. So what happened was, my lovely, wonderful, over the past few years, when I got to 2017, we'll speed it up because that's a story for another time for the childhood. But anyway, so I lost money, had to go back into that. At that time, that didn't pan out. Went back into teaching world. Came back to that whole teaching world of teaching, and then got involved in network marketing, which actually has been one of the greatest things of my life. But anyways, so in the past few years, though, in the last 5 years, I lost 3 sisters, and I had lost a niece on top of that, and I lost 2 good friends. And so I was really stressing this past year, like 2 years ago, And so I decided to move to North Carolina to be closer to family. So I retired from my teaching job up there and came to North Carolina. And here I still do some part-time teaching, but I'm down here. And so I wanted to share with you what's going on. And one of the reasons I partnered with the company that I'm with. It's a health and wellness company. It allows me to work with women still to help them. And I work with men too, by the way. So I do have some men who have joined me. So I'm helping people to believe in themselves, to feel good about themselves, to be healthy. And that brings us to Thanksgiving. So a couple of quick tips. If you are a woman who is going through perimenopause or menopause, you do want to be a little bit careful this Thanksgiving with a couple of things. One is drink coffee on an empty stomach. The other one is drinking alcohol. It will definitely set off hot flashes and all kinds of crazy things and get your cortisol going in a direction that we don't want it to go in. And so, for example, I have the girlfriends who want to drink that glass of wine, and they want to drink that glass of wine to, sleep better. And in the beginning, it helps you sleep better. So yes, it'll help you sleep better at the beginning. And then they're wide awake at 2 a.m., twiddling their thumbs, wondering why they can't sleep. So this won't be a popular one because we're at the holidays, but I'm going to tell you to limit the alcohol if you can, because that's just really rough on the body. It's full of sugar and it sets off your cortisol. Now, on the same hand, I'm going to tell people, because I've got a lot of friends who've been saying, hey, Lauren, I'm starting the body transformation program with you, but what about Thanksgiving? And I'm like, well, what about Thanksgiving? Go enjoy it. Go eat the pumpkin pie. Go eat the pecan pie. Go eat the sweet potatoes, mashed potatoes. Go eat the homemade buns. Go eat your Thanksgiving dinner. Stop stressing about it, because that stress will cause you to have more cortisol. Remember, cortisol is going to be a hormone that's given off when you're in the fight and flight and stress mode. So the goal for those of you especially who have cortisol, especially who wake up at the wrong time of the night and cortisol keeps going up, one of the things you want to do is bring down your stress level, and not through a glass of wine. So maybe go out and walk in sunshine, start exercising, doing some journaling, getting some of that done. But I promise you, lower your stress, you'll be a whole lot better off, right? I do journaling, I do walking outside, I'm pretty active, I'm physical. One of my jobs I help clean, like today, I helped clean the Veterans Recreation Place. It was awesome. So I like to help do that and volunteer. But I definitely like to be out walking. And I know it's tough right now because, like right now, I don't know if you saw my post, but I get to nights like tonight, like right now, and I'm thinking, oh my God, it's so late. And then I look at the time, it's like, what, 5:30, 5:45, and I'm like, oh, yeah. But my body is already like, oh, it's dark out, boom, So one of the things I do is I keep up that energy and things. So I'll go over the turkey salad part here, and then I'll give you more tips and tricks. So what I did was, and usually I make this with a can of tuna, so I'll do that so you guys can see that. It's just great value tuna, it's nothing special. But I really like the great value canned chicken. It's all white meat, tends to be pretty decent, doesn't have too many extra additives, no extra added sugar or anything like that. And so I usually use that, but I had leftover turkey because I've been making turkey. Let me show you what I've been making. I have been making, don't get excited. I've been cooking, my one dog has a lot of digestive issues, so if you hear gas being passed, that would be him. Okay, so what I do is I take turkey and I run it through the food processor with green beans and some water. And so I've been making his food. Now, he still gets dog food, so he still gets a little bit of the signature kibble, and but he's got such digestive issues going on right now that I'm working with making this homemade food. And you can buy the supplementation of vitamins and things to put in there. You can get that online, and you can get that, I haven't seen it in health food stores, although Hollywood Feed probably carries it. But I can typically get it on Amazon, I added it. And so while I was grinding up turkey, I had leftover turkey, And I thought, well, let's make the same salad I usually make, and this will help you guys if you got leftover turkey. So I took turkey and I chopped it up. So this is turkey that's chopped up, okay? So, and I had maybe, this is probably at least 3 cups, if not 4 cups, right? And then what I took was I took Good Culture, low-fat, classic cottage cheese, okay? So when I took that cottage cheese, I put that, I put a cup in because I had, and you can gauge it. You want it to be almost like the mayonnaise. And for those of you that can't stand the texture of cottage cheese, you know you can put that through a food processor and cream it, right? You can cream the cottage cheese, okay? So you can cream the cottage cheese. So now I've got the turkey plus the cottage cheese, and just a half a cup has 14 grams, so I added another 28 grams of protein to this. So this is a high protein salad. And then I like to add, now this is a big one, so I added 3 tablespoons, but usually I only add 2 level tablespoons of Dijon mustard. And so this has no added sugar, but this is just your typical, I must have grabbed it, it's typical French's Dijon mustard. So I added a couple tablespoons of that. And then I find that these Grillo, they're still pickle chips. So I take dill pickle chips and I cut it up and I put it in my salad. So now, that's dripping a little bit. Let's take that. So now, oh, hello. So now with that, what I do is I mix it up. I can eat this on top of lettuce, you know, on top of spinach. I can add all kinds of vegetables to it. But I have my basic protein salad that I can add. I can add it to any one of my bowls that I make. I make a garbanzo chickpea bowl, so I can add it to that. I like to put my I made homemade, I'll show you these onions. I took a red onion, and I'm almost done with this, and I pickled them. So I pickled my own homemade, you know, I use red wine vinegar. And so I have the recipe somewhere down on my Facebook page. So those of you on Instagram and TikTok, if you want to follow me on Facebook, I tend to get a lot of these and put these in. But this is red onion, that's pickled. And so I'll put that on top of my salad as well. You know, I add veggies to it. So I can add this to my vegetable salad. And it's delicious. It's full of protein. Super easy. And makes for a great leftover turkey salad. So this one I really love. So yeah, oops, I had water in it. Okay, so one of the things that I wanted to talk to y'all about today too is the drawing. And so we have a lot of things, as you know. I think this is the one. As you know, I will always promote taking a liquid collagen. I promote the liquid collagen because look at my hair, okay? Look at that hair that doesn't stop growing. Look at my nails. Look at my forehead. You guys can see easier than they can. I can't lean that far, but look at that forehead, okay? I get compliments all the time. I get asked, what are you taking? I am taking a liquid collagen. You should make sure that I'm taking this because one, it's medical grade. It's scientifically proven to work. There are tons of clinical studies with it. It's absolutely fantastic. I can't see who's on Facebook over there, but hello and thank you for watching, if you're on Facebook or YouTube. But what I like to do, this one's called Life, and I like it a lot. And right now it's at a mega price, a mega sale, a mega discount. So right now, it's buy 2, get 1 free, which is a freaking steal. This is gorgeous. So of course I stocked up because the other thing that happened in that same 3 years ago is that this beautiful stuff has given me energy. It took away, those of you who know me, I used to call my girlfriends and say, oh my God, I think I have to have hip replacements. My hips really hurt. My one knee really hurts. Maybe I did too much damage to my joints. And all around me, I had girlfriends getting knee replacements, hip replacements and stuff. And I'm like, and then I had one girlfriend who was a nutritionist and who was into skincare and into a lot, who said, you need to go on collagen. And I was skeptical. I laughed. I said, that's gonna cost money. And she said to me a sentence that I'll never forget. And the sentence was, Lauren, you either invest in your health now because you're no spring chicken anymore in your 20s. So you either invest in your health now or you pay for your illness later. What is it that you'd like to do? And I went, what? And she said it again. Invest in your health or pay for your illness. And she said, do you want to keep having pain? I mean, I had pain, folks. I couldn't sleep at night. I'd have to go take some ibuprofen, and I'm not a pill taker. I'm not, and I teach that, by the way. I think there's a place for certain drugs and a place for those things, but I am not one of those people who do that. And I'm 60, turning 61. Okay? So, what I did was, so I said, all right, she said 30-day empty bottle back guarantee. Can't beat that, right? So she said, but I want you to try it for 2 months. And she even dared me. She was like, and I'll even help pay for it back if you need it. And I was like, all right, I'll try this. And I said, 30 days, can't hurt. And I love all of the phytonutrients that are in it and things that are added in it for cardiovascular health, like resveratrol and pomegranate juice and some of those. And it tastes terrific. I don't have a shot glass like everybody else does, so there's my little shot glass so you could have seen it. But this one's called Life, and I absolutely love it. So now I also take, so I got that question, so I'll answer that question for you. And so we have the trim, which is going, and by the way, in all of your collagen, you want to make sure that you have the hyaluronic acid in it, because that's going to hold that moisture and keep that moisture, especially in your skin, which is so important. And we have the collagen hyaluronic acid matrix. And trim is that very same thing. And you can buy 2 of these, get 1 free. And they have the blackberry special right now, which I had hoped I'd have a bottle to try and share with you. But in all honesty, the FedEx, something happened to my box of trim, and it had a blackberry trim and some light collagen, and it was broken. I mean, some of the bottles were broken and stuff, and they were packed normal. So I was pretty shocked. But at my company, of course, I called them. They're replacing it for free, no questions asked. I took pictures though, no questions asked. You know, we have that trust. So they're replacing it for me. So I have a bottle of blackberry trim on its way in with 2 Life. So as soon as I get that, I can tell you what it tastes like. I think it tastes all right. It smelled great when I opened the box. It was all over the box. And it smells great. So I think it's going to taste great. But I do the chocolate one. This has it inhibits fat storage. It has the CLA, fancy science name. It's going to be conjugated linoleic acid. And it helps to improve muscle tone, promotes youthful looking skin. It's what's allowed me to drop 47, actually today 48. Woo-hoo! 48 pounds and keep it off. Yes. I'm back in my smalls. I am back to wearing my smalls. All right. And so we have our rockin' sale on that as well. So the drawing that I wanted to tell you all about, and we have some great other items. So I'll talk about the weight loss. Before I go to the drawing, let me talk the weight loss real quick. One of the best things that we came out with, and we have third-party reviews as well as clinical trials on it, it's going to be Curb. And Curb is a bioactive fiber. And if you haven't heard of this, this is phenomenal. This is what helped me break through my plateau. So I had lost from last February, my doc said, oh, you've got to lose weight, Lauren, because you're 60 pounds overweight and you've got a TAA. I had lost probably 35, 40 pounds, I think. And then I plateaued over the summer, which shocked me because I was pretty active this summer. I was working, I was helping to clean, I was outside, I'm walking the dogs, and I'm plateaued. And I'm like, I didn't change my eating habits too much, wonder why I'm plateaued. And then I was offered to go into a body transformation mentor course for 2 months and use the system, which I started on they start at the end of September, beginning of October. But anyways, 8 weeks was yesterday. So I had my last class last night. So I will now be certified after I send in a couple of things, my video and then my measurements and my pictures. I will be certified as a body transformation mentor. Anyways, so what came with that was the trim, and then of course we have the burn that came with it, but the curb is a bioactive fiber. This bioactive fiber feeds the Akkermansia bacteria in your gut. Akkermansia bacteria is getting a lot of media attention right now. Why? Because we know that in people who are active, and people who have energy, and people who are healthy, they have a high level of the Akkermansia bacteria. People who have diabetes, people who are obese, people who have kidney, liver, any kind of problems like that. We know people who are depressed, people who have a lot of anxiety, we know that their Akkermansia bacteria is low. And it's a good gut bacteria, and it feeds your glucagon peptide-like hormone, GLP-1, that you've heard a lot about in the news. And you've heard about that probably because of the RX, because of the chemical shots, the synthetic shots, because it's a glucagon peptide-like agonist. So that agonist is going to attach to your receptor and do the same thing to boost that GLP-1 hormone. The biggest problem with that is people have, one, when they've stopped the shots, have either gained all the weight back or more, or they have really bad side effects. And so you can't just do a shot. So what we do in the program that I run, I have a program, I'll be calling it Lighten Up with Lauren. So my Lighten Up with Lauren, what you'll be doing is you'll be on the Body Transformation Mentor Program. You'll be in a Facebook group. I'll have a full guide for you on how to use it. I'll have a full protein guide that's going to have recipes for you. In that group, we have other people who are doing recipes and sharing recipes. And besides sharing recipes, we'll share tips and tricks. Like one of the things I work with a lot of women over the age of 40. I work with a lot of menopausal and postmenopausal and a few perimenopausal women. One of the things we talk to them about is cardio it's a good stress, we say, but if you're in menopause, it can unfortunately enhance and stimulate your cortisol, which you don't want. So we do a lot of like walking and biking, and 10K. If you don't walk 10K a day, that's underrated. 10,000 steps a day is awesome, right? And so that too, and why 10,000 steps a day? Because in scientific studies, it's been proven that people who walk 10,000 steps a day actually lose weight. You can go find that study for yourself. Again, I keep referring everybody out to the PubMed journal, the PubMed journals, okay? So, but Curb, one of the greatest things about this is besides boosting your Akkermansia, besides boosting your glucagon peptide like hormone, your GLP-1, it's going to curb those sugar cravings. It's going to curb your snacking. It is why I typically take mine at 3 o'clock. And somebody asked the question on Facebook. So yes, let me answer that question about when do I take it. I take mine around 3 o'clock because I tend to be a late afternoon evening snacker. I'm going to use room temperature water because this is a fiber. It's a prebiotic. It's a fiber. Okay. I can share a video with you from a third-party independent review that we didn't hire. We didn't ask him for the review, and have him share all the great things about this and why it's so awesome and all the ingredients in the proprietary blend that really does cause your Akkermansia bacteria. And by the way, I was in the fourth or fifth clinical trial. So we had a clinical trial that was before me that had 28 people in it, and they lost collectively, in 12 weeks, they lost close to 600 pounds. The clinical trial I'm in has, I can't remember the number of people that are in it. It's a few hundred. It's not 28, it's a few hundred. But collectively, so far, we've lost over 5,200 pounds. So we know, and it's the fifth clinical trial, right? So anyways, I think it's the fifth. I might be off one. 4, 5, 6. All right, anyways, room temperature water. The reason why is because if you put cold water, it's going to gel too fast. If you let it sit and sip, it's going to gel too fast, which you can just add water to it, okay? Let's be practical here. But what I do with my Curb is I put it into my room temp water and I just drink it fast and drink it on down. It's a peach mango flavor. It tastes fantastic. And then it really does curb. I don't reach for the chocolate. I don't reach for the ice cream, which, by the way, I now make with cottage cheese. That's another thing I make with cottage cheese. I make ice cream. You know, I don't reach for those things. So it really does work, and we've had incredible, incredible results. So I'm working with a group of 20 women right now that have had phenomenal results. So I can actually share those results with you. With that, we also, it's sold, the body transformation system comes with a thing called Sculpt. This is going to be your branched chain amino acids. We know that when you, we need protein. Muscle is longevity. Muscle is longevity, right? All right, so when you're trying to build muscle, you want to have these amino acids, and I usually take this right before, I mix it up right before I'm working out or doing something really, you know, like walking or going to do a heavy clean or something like that. And so it helps to build lean muscle, helps boost performance, may help reduce muscle soreness after exercise, okay? And then along with that, the other thing is that we know that we need plants and good things in us to help feed those lovely, wonderful, good bacteria and to help start our metabolism. And so this has berberine in it. So berberine is absolutely huge in starting and keeping that metabolism going, okay? So in fact, I heard a colleague yesterday, she was going to be placed on metformin. And instead of being placed on metformin, she decided to go the holistic route. She wanted to go with the berberine, so she went with the berberine. And she's been doing really fantastic. Her blood work is fantastic now. And this also has green coffee bean extract, green tea leaf extract. So it's got some caffeine in it, in chromium, but it's equated to like a half a cup, not to a ton, okay? All right, it's got cinnamon in it, it's got ginger root in it, and yes, it can boost your metabolism. And for the young lady who's on there who keeps preaching that you can't boost or stimulate your metabolism, you need to be in my physiology class because I can teach you that. So again, in case you don't know that, I'm the anatomy and physiology teacher. And my colleagues and I, you can boost your metabolism, folks. You can stimulate your metabolism. Or you can sit around and never exercise and not eat right and eat processed foods and get to menopause, and you can definitely slow that way down, which is not what we want to do, okay? So anyways, so these are capsules. I typically take 2 in the morning and then I take 1 at lunch, but that's my schedule. Other people take 1 in the morning, 1 at lunch, 1 at dinner. But these have been huge in helping to burn that fat. It also has, it also maintains healthy blood sugar levels. And here's the tip for you. For people who want to lose weight, okay, it's not just about fat. You got there for a reason. You got there, 1, because of what you eat. 2, you got there because you're not maintaining your blood level sugar, you know, and maybe you are in menopause and having to deal with those hormones that are, and by the way, I've got a great herbal complex for that that's helped many women out, including me. I'm sure it's because of all the good stuff and holistic supplements that I've been taking. I don't suffer from low libido, vaginal dryness, moods, crying at the drop of a hat, getting angry at the drop of a hat, hot flashes, night sweats, you know. The only time that I've had any major hot flashes, I've only had a couple, is if I've gone to drinking like 3 glasses of wine, which I no longer do. But if I were to do that, that would be an issue. Tito, you have to wait for a minute, babe. I still have to talk about the drawing here. They want to hear about the drawing. All right, so if you're on my VIP list, you can get on the drawing. I have drawings. I'm drawing for samples. I'm drawing also for, I put people in a group, in a customer group, and in that customer group, we have a $200 cash drawing coming up next week. Our Black Friday sales go only until next Thursday, Thanksgiving, at midnight. I love our Black Friday sales. This is the best time of year. So if you want to see some things, so let me show this to you guys. These are before and after pictures of me. So there's my before, my after. I need to do a new after. But there's my before and after pictures of me. Okay? Instagram, since you don't have what they have, this is my before, this is my after. Okay? And I still need to do a new after because I'm still dropping weight. Okay? So again, my befores and my afters. All right? So I'm giving you my personal results, but then I can give you tons of personal results from people who have been, from the 28 people who went through it and absolutely loved it, from people who are with me now and absolutely love it and have dropped a lot of weight. Again, on my Facebook page and Instagram, and even on TikTok some. I need to post some of those, and I'll post some of those before and afters. But, you know, I don't want to spam my whole social media with it. On the same hand, our products right now are at the best price that they're ever going to be. And I push this heavily. And why do I push it? It's healthy. It's holistic. I teach you how to eat. I teach you how to lose weight without giving up the wine and the chocolate, ladies. Without giving up Thanksgiving. It's a lifestyle. Okay? Now, having said that, I had somebody over here who said, well, if you just eat healthy, you don't need supplements. Two things. At the age of 50 or 60, you definitely need supplements. And in case you haven't been to school lately and haven't looked at agriculture and haven't looked at our soils and how we grow our food or how contaminated our water is that we're watering our food with, you might want to take a peek at that, although it'll dishearten you. We no longer have, our food is not what it used to be back in your grandparents' day, back in my grandparents' day. And again, I'm 60, turning 61 in almost a month. No, in exactly 5.5 weeks. 5.5 weeks? In 5 weeks, I'm going to turn 61. Wow, boy, that's an eye-opener. In 5 weeks, I'm going to turn 61, and I don't feel 61. Thank you very much. So, we decided that from November 21st to November 25th, we're going to hold a drawing in our customer group. It's my team. So my team is holding a drawing. So you have to either set up a new account, post a shout out for me, and you can PM me on the side or message me on the side and I can help you with that. Or place an order of any Black Friday promotional bundle. Now, here are the prizes. A Kilgone robot vacuum, a Dyson supersonic blow dryer, Apple AirPods Pro, a 55-inch flat screen TV, a Vitamix blender, which is what I have and use, which is like, you know, they use for making those smoothies in those places. I use mine all the time. And a Med Cursor neck massage, which I'm not familiar with, but those are things that are being raffled. And then there will be a $200 cash drawing raffle. All right? So for folks that want to get in on that, if you want to get in on that, if you will just text VIP to me, TikTok, I would love it if you follow me because you'll be giving all kinds of tips on menopause, women, health, all that good stuff, and more about food and how to get more protein in. But if you would text me VIP at 252-401-2233. So if you could text me at 252-401-2233, text VIP. Instagram, you can message me, but you also can text at 252-401-2233, text VIP. 252-401-2233, text VIP. Facebook, you should have it on the screen there. You should see it right there. Whoops, let's go this way, right there. And then you can see my results right there. And those are my results. Those were taken over the summer. I haven't done the final results yet. Well, I'll do the comparison. Woohoo, yeah. All right. So, and by the way, I have a free protein guide too. So for those of you, so let me give you my 3 tips of what I did to lose weight. I have a Lauren's Lighten Up Facebook group that I'm working with right now. In that Facebook group, it's my holistic wellness group. And so we do everything from sharing recipes we'll have different challenges. So I'm in the process of, with my team, revamping that group. So for those of you who are part of that group, beware, that's going to have a new name to that group. One more time, okay? But it's fantastic. So we'll be doing a ton of different things. So again, if you want to be in the drawings, please text VIP or message VIP to me, and I'll get you all that information on how to do that. But my goal is to help as many, especially women, but as many people as possible to be healthy, to have the healthiest version of themselves. Because we know that obesity leads to a ton of, whether it's cardiovascular health, to a ton of cardiovascular diseases, I should say, atherosclerosis, diabetes. It leads to a lot of those different things, right? And so obesity, high blood pressure, hypertension, it leads to a lot of different health conditions. And so to be the healthiest fit you and to have more longevity going into your later years, so when you're 60, 61, you can be like me, because I'm nothing special. I just had my doctor say, hey, I need for you to do something. And I happen to have a nutrition friend who is involved with doing the lovely, wonderful collagen, and then doing the trim, and then doing the lean body system, which is now my body transformation system that I promote. And it works. And why does it work? And here's the big thing that I love. It's about teaching good habits. It's about teaching lifestyle. It's about teaching how to eat 100 to 120 grams of protein a day. It's teaching how to drink half your body weight in ounces of water. And for people, I had a woman yesterday who said to me, honey, I weigh too much. I just can't do that. I'm like, try 100 ounces. Let's work up to it. Same thing. If you can't do 10,000 steps in a day, let's work up to it. But let's build one habit at a time and make it a good habit, because the problem is, let's be realistic. We've been doing bad habits now for years. And that is why we have health problems and why people are obese. Okay? But again, you can do this, and we have treat nights without giving up your favorite foods. I went out with a group of ladies the other night, and we a group of ladies, they had a few drinks, and then we ordered appetizers of fried mushrooms. I don't normally eat a lot of fried food because of my gallbladder, but I did have some fried mushrooms. They were very tasty, very good. I can highly recommend the Celtic Monkey for that. And then we had loaded potato skins. So you don't give up your favorite foods. You can still eat your favorite desserts, your favorite foods. We're just going to help you to have a better lifestyle and do it more moderately and lose weight in the process and have more confidence and be able to take photos, be able to go home for Thanksgiving or go home for Christmas and not be so shy, be able to go try on those bikinis again, to be able to go to the beach and be comfortable in your bathing suit. So, and what's really beautiful is to be able to have your blood sugar and your blood work normalized again. Now, that's barring outside any medical condition. If we have a medical condition, you need to check with your doctor. I was 6 months away from being a physician's assistant, but I won't give medical advice. Okay, so I always calmly tell my women when they say, well, Lauren, what about this? Well, Lauren, I have, my doctor, I'm working with my doctor on PCOS, or, I have this heart problem. Please check with your doctor. Please go back and check with your doctor, okay? So I always advocate that. So, but with that, yes, my body is age 60, going on 61. I had a lot of joint pain. I had wrinkles. I had one of my colleagues say to me, what are you taking? I've been following your forehead, and oh my God, are you doing Botox? I said, are you kidding me? I teach about Botox and microbiology. Do you really think I'm going to stick botulism in my face? No. And part of that too is because I'm needle phobic. So you won't catch me doing injections of any kind unless I'm dying. I just don't do shots unless I absolutely have to. So have I done some vaccines? That's a whole nother story. Yes, but you get the point. I don't voluntarily walk in and say, oh, stick me with a needle. I'm like, oh God, no. I run. I'm the kid that had such a bad experience of that growing up that I run. Okay? So there, you know one of my phobias. So again, if you want to be on the VIP and you'd like to be in the drawing, and you want to hear more about these awesome, wonderful products, Facebook, you can just message. Instagram, you can just message. And for TikTok, you're going to have to text 252-401-2233. 252-401-2233. Text VIP. Okay? So, all right. So I hope everybody's having a great Friday night. At the beginning of this, I did share the leftover turkey salad recipe, which is fantastic, which is high protein, which I'll be eating for the next couple of days because I made my dog turkey because he's got a bad stomach. So he gets homemade dog food right now, and he's doing quite well. He's napping. So with that, I'll give more tips each day. I'll be coming on about Thanksgiving, but again, go enjoy Thanksgiving dinner. Eat the pie, eat the turkey, eat the stuffing, and be grateful and thankful, with your family, with your friends, whoever you're celebrating with. I hope you have a blessed one. And again, I'll be coming on every day to give more and more tips. So with that, I hope you have a very happy Friday. Feel free to message me with any questions. I've gotten them a whole lot lately, and that's okay. So take care, folks. So let me take Instagram out first because they're having such a problem. I don't know what's wrong with Instagram lately. Have a great night.